Hey! Welcome back to Room and Board. As always, I'm Hawk. Let's learn how to play a game.
Ah, la jolie campagne de France. Ceci est un lieu important avec lequel vous familiarisez.
And not because that's where the best wine comes from, yo. That's California, suckers! No, you should know about this place because it's the setting of Carcassonne. A game so influential, so classic, that it literally created meeples. And thank God for that. Carcassonne. Carcassonne. Carsonica. This is a meeple. They're super cute, awesome to roll, and tons of fun to stack. They're basically the best. In Carcassonne, they'll be your trusty minions, which you send out to ransack and terrorize the French countryside to bring you back sweet, sweet treasure. Setup is balls easy. Choose your colors, the most important part of the game. Set out the starting tile, shuffle the rest of the tiles, and boom, you're done, ready to go. If you couldn't follow that, you might as well stop watching now. You're clearly too drunk to play this game. Throughout this game, you'll be placing tiles to reveal perfectly square sections of the French countryside, placing meeples to score points, and stealing points from your super brave French neighbors. At the end of the game, there's one final scoring round, and then the player with the most points becomes whatever, the King of France, or has a chateau named after him, I don't know. You're the winner, congratulations. Each turn, you start by drawing a tile from a stack. Then, you place that tile. This isn't rocket science, people, that's the whole thing. There are, of course, restrictions. It has to be adjacent to an already placed tile, and the resulting map has to make some fucking sense. You can't put a road edge next to a farm edge, and you can't put a city edge next to a road edge. This isn't that hard, but noobs do it wrong all the time. Use your eyes. If it looks wrong, it is wrong, except for the cities, which always look wrong because of the weird-ass angles that they make. Those are only wrong if they look really fucking wrong. When you place a tile, you have the option of putting a meeple on it, to help you on your way to earning those dear, sweet, honest, loyal, sweet, magical, perfect points. Your meeple can menace any feature on the just placed tile. They can hang out in the city as a city mobster, on a road as a road bandit, in a monastery as a corrupt priest, or on a field as a farmer, aka a drug producer. Unlike the others, farmers are placed lying down. Both to remind you that they can't be picked up until the end of the game, and also because they're drugged to the absolute max at all times. Sometimes when you place a tile, you'll complete a feature. When that happens, any meeples on the completed feature will abscond back to their owner's meeple stockpiles and score points in the process. A road is completed when both of its ends run into stuff, or when it forms a loop. And that's a great road you've built. Fucking loop. Super useful. When a road is completed, a road meeple scores 1 point for each tile that the road is on. A city is completed when its stupid fucking walls completely surround it. A meeple in the completed city scores 2 points for each tile that the city occupies, as well as 2 points for every shield in the city. These shields, I think, represent dumbass noble families who are willing to give in to ransom demands. Something like that. A monastery is completed when it is completely surrounded by other shit. A meeple on the monastery scores 9 points. A farm is completed when... no, fuck that. You can't complete a farm. They're way too high to come back to you before the end of the game. The game ends when all the tiles have been placed, at which point you'll do a final scoring round where all the meeples who are still on the board earn points for their owners. In this round, roads and monasteries score exactly the same as they do during the game. Cities score in exactly the same way, but earn half as many points. Farms score 3 points for every completed city that the farm can touch. These are the easiest places for you to sell your drugs. Now let's talk about the interesting part. When you place a tile, you can't place your meeple on a feature that another meeple is already on. However, you can sneak into other people's hard-plundered features and steal their points for your own. You just have to place a meeple on an initially separate feature, and then later connect them. This is the best part of the game if you're the sneaky bastard doing it, and the worst, cheapest, most broken, bullshit, asshole part of the game if you're the one it's happening to. In our playthrough, we celebrate this joy-pain dichotomy of sneaking through a sophisticated method of drinking all the time. When a feature is scored, look at all of the meeples sharing that feature. The player with the most meeples on that feature gets all the points. Everybody else gets nothing. If there's a tie, all players who tied get all the points from the feature. So if you manage to sneak in one meeple to somebody else's megacity, you'll both get all the points. If you manage to sneak in a second one, well, it's sad news for them, because now you get all the points, and they get jack shit, diddly squat, Tom Bombadil. Fucking Tom Bombadil. What an asshole. Same deal for roads and farms. Sadly, there's no way to hijack somebody else's monastery. While playing, be careful to watch your unplayed meeples with a close eye. If you don't, they might go on adventures of their own and get eaten by a dog. No, but seriously, keep track of them, because if you run out of meeples, you won't be able to place any more until you liberate one of your already placed ones. That's about it! That's about it! That's about it! We've only been talking about the base game, because that's what we're going to play. Have played? The temporal mechanics of U2 are actually pretty interesting. Can I get some paper? This should explain it all. So that's Carcassonne, the game of French victory and friend elimination. Click my face to watch us get medieval with it as a drinking game, but before you do, subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment below telling us what game we should play next. I'll see you next week, but until then, play responsibly. Remember I mentioned there were times that you had to sprint back.
Burning in my pectoralis.
Well, you couldn't make it back to the start.